Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Friday, August 29th, 2025. A woman was arrested after allegedly attempting to break into Joshua Springs Calvary Chapel. On Wednesday at around 2 a.m., security video showed a woman attempting to enter the church through a closed door. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to the church located on Joshua Lane in Yucca Valley and identified the suspect as Nancy George, 51. Deputies took George into custody and say that no property was damaged or taken. Nancy George was arrested on suspicion of attempted burglary and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center on $30,000 bail. The heavily trafficked west entrance of Joshua Tree National Park remains closed to inbound and outbound traffic through the rest of today. The closure began on Monday as the park constructs a new west entrance facility. Visitors wanting to enter the park will need to use the 29 Palms or Cottonwood entrances. The 29 Palms entrance is frequently less busy than the popular west entrance in Joshua Tree, which is the reason behind the construction in the first place. In 2023, the western entrance saw over 500,000 cars enter the park. The west entrance to Joshua Tree National Park is expected to reopen to the public tomorrow. A stretch of 29 Palms Highway in 29 Palms is down to one lane this morning. Caltrans is conducting emergency work on the state highway as they work to repair damage from this week's storms. Eastbound and westbound traffic is down to one lane between Lupine Avenue and Mojave Avenue. Caltrans says that as of 7 a.m. today, there is no estimated reopening time. Z107.7 urges you to drive with caution. School is back in session, and applications are open for the town of Yucca Valley's Youth Commission. On Friday's episode of the Z107.7 Up Close show, host Gary Digneau spoke with Clayton Rardin, the recreation supervisor for the town of Yucca Valley, who discussed the Youth Commission, what they do, and how students can apply to serve.
The Youth Commission is actually a commission governed by the Brown Act. It's a group of junior high and high school students that put on programs and promote interests of youth in the community. It's an opportunity to learn about Robert's Rules of Order, municipal government, that structure. They put together their own work plan for the year. They identify what they want to do. They have a budget just like anybody else. They stick within that budget, and then town staff help guide them through that process and do a lot of the back-end work for booking different things that they want to put on.
And who is eligible for Youth Commission, and how does one join it?
Junior high and high school students that live up here in the basin. There is an application online, www.yucca-valley.org, our home site, /Youth Commission, and that application is open through September 4th.
You can hear their full conversation by listening to the Z107.7 Up Close show as a podcast at our website, Z107.7fm.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. Copper Mountain College's fall semester community education program begins next week, and there's still time to sign up. Courses are created and taught by qualified members of the high desert community who want to share their knowledge and passion with others. The courses are affordable and open to anyone. Annalise Kuiper spoke with Lloyd Tucker, the instructor of a math course. Here she is with more.
An array of interesting community education classes are being offered at our local Copper Mountain Community College, just off of Highway 62 in Joshua Tree. The math tutoring, elementary and secondary, might be of particular interest to those parents who find themselves terribly challenged by their kids' math homework. The course literature states, whether working on basic arithmetic, algebra, geometry, or more advanced topics, students will receive targeted instruction to strengthen their understanding, build confidence, and improve problem-solving skills. The instructor, Lloyd Tucker, who has advanced degrees in mathematics and economics, provided this written statement. The class is intended for people who want to discuss math with children in a recreational setting, rather than preparing students to get right answers on tests. We can play games that involve mathematical thought. If people in our class know students who are studying algebra, we can discuss how to help those students discuss why mathematical procedures work with each other, rather than just following directions. Students can be particularly effective tutors because they have time for individual attention." End quote. The class begins on Wednesday, September the 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. and ends on December 2nd. For this class and all the other courses offered this fall semester, call 760-366-3791 or go to Copper Mountain Community College at cmccd.edu/academics. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
A special 2-actor play runs this weekend, and it will be staged inside of a local yoga studio. The Gin Game will be performed by a new High Desert theater group called Desert Ad Hoc, consisting of local actors Kurt Schopner and Liz Wessel, and director Molly Cattleback. Desert Ad Hoc will be performing the Pulitzer Prize-winning play The Gin Game for just 3 shows at Studio 29 Yoga in 29 Palms. The shows will serve as a fundraiser for Reach Out Morongo Basin. Today's show is already sold out, but you can snag tickets for Saturday or Sunday's show at a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. And finally, the dates for the 30th Annual Morongo Basin Orchid Festival were announced this week. Hosted each year by Goobler Orchids and Landers, the event serves as a judged orchid show and community fundraiser. Goobler Orchids opens their greenhouses to the public, and every orchid sold raises money for a collection of High Desert nonprofits. This year, expect classes on orchid care, live music, food vendors, and orchid beer from JT Brewery. For the first time this year, there will be an orchid art show put on by the Chaparral Artists. The 30th Annual Morongo Basin Orchid Festival will be held Saturday, October 4th, and Sunday, October 5th. Stay tuned to Z107.7 for more details about the event. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.